Good morning everyone. I am Shiny, Assistant Professor of Computer Science Engineering. Now I am going to about topic 9 is relation to computer system components. Uh, Introduction: Computer system components. Computer system components consist of several interconnected components that work together to process data and produce useful information. That means system consists of several interconnected components, likewise hardware, software, data, user, and procedures. That means one by one connecting with the components, how to work, how to work process, how to information use output the procedure system. Now I am telling you about one by one. These components, main components, important components are these types: hardware, software, data, users, and procedures. First one is hardware. Hardware means that like as usually share the resources that we usually share, how to share the information, for likewise CPU, memory, disk, screen, and printer. What is CPU? Control processing unit. This CPU means it executes three resources, likewise computer server, remote object server, warm programming. Computers means execute processor intensive applications for clients. Remote object server means it executes methods on behalf of clients. Warm program means it has CPU capacity of desktop machine with the local users. This is three is working for control processing units. What are the control processing units? Means computing server, remote object server, warm programming. The next one is memory. How to work memory? Hatch server holds recently access to webs in the it is RAM for faster access by other local computers. How to work memory? Random access memory. It is faster to access by the other local computers. Third one is disk. File servers, virtual disk server, videos on demand server. These were called the disk. And the fourth one is screen. Network Windows systems allows processing in remote computers, update the content of Windows. These screens work to the remote process. This content release is the Windows. Final one is printer. Printer means network. The printers accept print jobs from many computers and managing them with a queue systems. Now what the once again hardware means is the processing the using the share the examples. For means that are the details, resources, control processing unit, memory, disk, screen, and printer. Second one is software. Software means likewise HTTP, web pages, file, object, database, news group content, videos, audio streams. This is the software resources. Now web page means web servers enable multiple clients to share read-only page content. Read-only page content. Second one is file. File servers enable multiple clients to share read-write files. Read-write files. Third one is object. Possibility for software objects or limitless. Shared whiteboard, shared diary, and room booking system are example of this type. Fourth one is database. Databases are intended to record the definitive state of some related sets of data. They have been shared ever since multi-user computers appeared. They include techniques to manage concurrent updates. Fifth one is news group content. The news system makes read-only copies of the recently posted news items available to clients throughout the internet. Last ones, video audio streams servers can be stored and their videos on disk on deliver them at playback speed to multiple clients simultaneously. These are the software resources. Software means this is the now once again web page, file, object, database, niche group, content, video audio channel. That means third one is data. Data means a collection of set of data, likewise video, audio, numbers, images, photos, arithmetic numbers, logical numbers. So these are the collections, set of the data. Uses means people's files also called as users. Processes how to work these components, how to connect these components, how to procedure, how to information give the these components. These are the procedures. This is a hardware components, then again components, physical part of computer systems. Examples: CPU, central processing unit. Second one is memory. Third one is storage devices, input devices, output devices, role, execute, instruction, process and store the data. I told you again, first time introduction to, I told the details about these details. This about information tell you. This is once again CPD means control computing server, remote trouble server, compromise. This execute the process intensive applications. Memory, the random access memory also use. Input device, output equipment likewise mouse, mouse, monitor, keyboard. These are the input devices. Output devices, files, files, apps. So these are the output devices. Execute the instructions and how to work process and how to store the data. Processing and times. Software components. What is software? Programs and instructions that tell hardware what to do. Types. Two types. If you needed software system, application software, role handles hardware operations, provide user functionality. These are the roles of software components. How to message, how to applications software, how to message process. The software commands to process communications with each other by passing messages. Messages passing is a direct and indirect communication. In that communication uses mail pass for sending receiving message from other process. Message passing system, those requires synchronization and communication between two processes. How to system software, application software. Message send and receive the details. Message in many forms. Message sent by process can be either fixed or variable size. Actual function for message passing in is normally provided in the form of pair of primitives, and send primitive is used for sending a message to destination. Process send information in the form of message to another process of destination by the destination. Data components. Data components means numbers. What are data means what is the data? Data means set of collections of data. Raw facts, figures processed by them. Likewise, numbers, text, images, audio. This is this data collection. How to this process? How to implement data science for like is how to this is overall make data processing. For input for processing converted into meaningful information. Meaningful likewise is like one feature is images, likewise numbers. How do this mean? This all information set of converted one information. Use meaningful information converted to meaningful. After likewise process data science, how to how to raw data, set of data, minimize this data, analyze this. For data how converted to analyze the data. By end users, people were individual who interact with the computer system. Examples: end users, programmers, system administrators. These are the people were how to work, operate and managing the system, provide instruction and interfaces. How to work the these users provide intersections and interpret results. How to, if you the user, go to the browser, search the data, how to the search the data, how to front end and back end program, what are the programs are used in the front end and front end, what do you want, what do you want the useful information, what do you need. These are the peoples whereas the provide instruction and interact results. How to next one is procedure. How to use this procedure. First one is rules and steps for operating a computer systems. How to work, how to work login procedures, backup procedure, security guidance, role, ensure efficient and security operations. Login process, how to login, how to go, how to which website, how to enter the login, how to, this is the first step. You know the procedures, login, how to login the procedure. Second one is backup procedure. Uh, Backup means how to store the data, how to copy of the storage. If you if you delete the over file, how to implement you have to overcome the your project. You go the backup, if you have to backup procedure, how to backup the details. Security guidelines, if your documents safe or not, how to save, how to security, which security is used, which security is work, which security is what are the purpose of security, the safety of the your data, so the your data, images, likewise files, important files, PDF files, images, likewise is so the efficient. If you the search the data, how to information efficiently, faster, you just check the procedures, content set by set instructions like a procedure. This instruction how to work, how to how to implement the your project, implement the your relations, your computers at components. Between relation means how components work together. First point, use the enders data through input device. How to user enders data through input devices. If you for example, if you user enters the data, how to enters it, likewise keyboard, mouse, these are the input devices. It is used to enter these data through input devices. Input devices, for input devices, user enter the data input devices likewise mouse, keyboard. These via enter the interrupt with the users. Listen. Second one is software process instructions. How to work software process instructions, which security base, firewall, data collections, how to work this software, how to this program is used, how to this process, how to work, how to work to connection, relation, components. These are the software process instruction. Likewise, software resources, web pages, file, object, database, news content, video and audio streams. These are the software processing instructions. How to web pages, how to work web page servers enable multiple clients to share read-only page content. Second only file servers enable multiple clients to share read write files. Objects, possibility to for software objects are limitless. Shared whiteboard, shared diary, and room booking systems are examples of the types. Third one is the database. Database means databases are intended to record a definitive state or some related set of data. They have been shared ever since multi-user computers appeared. They include techniques to manage concurrent updates. News grouped attend means that news system makes read-only copies of the recently posted news items available to clients throughout the internet. Last one is video audio stream server connections. These are the software processor. Hardware execution processor also already I tell you that these details. CPU, memory, disk, screen, printers. CPU work as the three base: computing server, remote object server, warm programming user. Computer server work as the execute processor intensive application for client. Remote object server it executes methods on behalf of clients. Warm program it has CPU capacity of desktop machine with the local user. Memory means cache server codes recently accessed web pages in its RAM for faster access by other local computers. Disk means file server, virtual disk server, video on demand server, screen, network Windows server systems such as processing, remote computer. These are the hardware system. Data is proceed and store. What is the data? Data means already tell you again and again repeated is the data is a collection of data. This data is set as likewise images, audio, video, numbers, numerical numbers are very. This are the answer. How to store this data means store. How to store? Back up the data. This is a copy of the state. Store the libraries. If you want any these data, you can for the share the files. Output delivered by the users. How to deliver the output? Monitor view via screens or printer like us. These are the output bias. Procedure at the end process. How to work this? How to work the relationship components? How to work to the process at the entire process. How to? These are the guide for the entire process. System interaction diagram. First you have to user. Then first you are the users. People wise go to the software and then to that time interconnect with the hardware. That software connect to the output information. All components depend on each other for effective system functioning. Uses software, hardware, data processing, output information. All components depend on each other for effective system functioning. Once again, system interaction diagram means users. But user the photo the user software to hardware. That time data processing to the output information. Then all components depends on each other for effective system functioning. This computer system is interacted combination of hardware, software, data, uses and procedures. Each component plays unique role. The relationship among these components ensure efficient data processing and information management. Once again, I tell you this once again. What is Introduction. One second. Computer system components. A computer system consists of several interconnected components that work together to process data and to produce useful information. Uh, First is components, hardware, software, data users, and procedures. Procedures. First one is hardware components. Hardware components means physical part of computer systems. For example, CPU, memory, storage devices, input devices, output devices role. Execute the instruction. How to execute the instruction, process and stores the data. Second is software components, software programs and instructions that tell hardware what to do. Types system software. For what type of system software is used? Operating system, and then application software. Then also role handle central handle hardware operates provides use functionality. Data components. The data means raw facts and figures processed by the computer. Sample numbers, text, images, audio, role input for processing, converted into meaningful information. So, what kind of data? Number, text, images. These all data is converted into original meaning for information. Likewise, backwards data science processes. These process data were collected to then converted into data science process. Uses what how to use the, which you to use to users people where individual who interact with the computer, how to interact who interact with the computer system. Examples: end users, programmers, system advisors. These are the people where if you interact with the computer system. These users work to operate and manage the system. How these users, what is the role of the users, how to operate the system, how to manage the system, how to provide instructions and interpret the result. These are to the people were. Procedure, how to work the procedure, rules and step for operating computer system. How to procedure means login procedures, backup procedures, security guidelines, role, ensure efficient and security system operations. Next, relationship between components. How components work together. User enter data through input devices. Second point, software processed instructions. Third one, hardware execute operations. Fourth one, data is processed and stored. Output is delivered to the user. Last one is procedures hide the entire process. System interaction diagram flows. That means first you can interact with the user, how to go to the software, that time interact to hardware. First you talk user to connect software, then connect to the data processing. If we set the data, how to the data processing set, then going to the output information. All components depend on each for the effective system and functioning. You go to the flow chart means user. First you go to the user, you to connect software, that time interconnected to the hardware, software to direct connected to data processing direct into and output information interactive only one software to hardware. All components depend on each other for effective systems functioning. That is the computer system